Okay.
There's a whole nother platoon of skeletons making their way up.
Yeah, and heal still has to deal with cover. It doesn't go over walls, so I can't hit them with that.
Just cleric
So
thing.
they inevitably come to us.
Yeah, that or they're gonna beat through that wall. We'll see what happens.
We did repair them.
Yeah, we did. I'm definitely.
They can take the walls down, but it would take a while.
There was something I did. Damn
Look
it!
at how wide your burst is. If they want to break the walls and give you full burst range, let them do it.
Oh yeah, well, I know my range is solid as nails. I'm just trying to think because there was something I was like, oh, I need to do this. And then I went to deal with baby things, and now I can't remember what it was. Fuck.
Well, if they trigger the traps inside, does that mean that they beat something? Sorry.
I remember now. I want to do an academia check to see if I can think of anything I read that denotes weaknesses for skeletons.
Okay, go ahead.
Why you no roll? Let's try this again.
Ilya fired 3 times and hit twice.
Shit. I'd like to take the 20 since it apparently lagged.
I always go with the first roll if you accidentally roll multiple times.
Thank you.
So the skeletons, undead have an aversion to running water, which no one really knows why. Thinking back into the religious scriptures, there's never been an explanation as to why that is. Undead are also particularly vulnerable to fire. And often, skeletons, when they encounter things that they don't like running water or fire or holy symbols, if they are mindless, are most likely to scatter and run. They just want to get away from it. These ones have encountered fire and have not responded to it. So they are most likely being controlled or compelled by something right now.
Okay. I would shout that information to, well, I would share the pertinent information that that they have to be under something's control at this point, or they would have scattered from the fire. I would holler that with like the most of my gusto. Let's see here, and then I'm gonna try and perceive, because we were warned about a mage. I'm still trying to find that motherfucker.
He has not appeared yet.
No perception check. Big sad.
You can try one, but you're crit fishing if you're trying to find him now. When something is within a reasonable visual range for you guys, I will just automatically tell you to make the checks.
Yep. Fair enough. I guess I'll raise shield.
Prepare for combat.
Yep, I will raise shield in case they somehow overwhelm the front line in one round.
The poor melees in this fight are just standing around. Enemy movement. The Northsiders are tearing at the wreckage. They're making a decent play of it. There's a lot of hands just pulling shit and throwing it everywhere they can get to. They haven't burrowed through it yet. It's going to be a bit. The skeletons at the front gate are massing in. They can only go as fast as the walls will allow them to go.
Yes. Get into channel energy range. Do it.
Remember, guys, Gandalf said to wait for sun up and the Rohans will come.
Look to the east at sun's first rise.
Ain't no one got time for that.
Okay, they are going to... The two to the northern end are going to clash with the guards.
What? They're not hitting me? Cowards.
Could I know I'm speaking out of turn, sorry V, but does Drastov +2 AC? Is that only a tower shield? Sorry, Drastov.
I have no tower shield.
Right, okay, I'll shut up then. Sorry.
Eric would not let me have one, the bastard.
You got enough free shit. Cry about it.
I'd make one if I had the time.
The guards and the skeletons are now wailing on each other, but no one seems to be gaining any momentum with that conflict. Morrigan's going to throw a perception check. and she has to pass a spellcraft. To the south, another bright flare goes off and a loud banging starts to fire. Nicola.
Hey,
So they are coming from the south.
hey, why did you take my traps away? My babies.
Right,
I know that they're there. I hit the clear drawings.
I'm going to do my usual and just keep hitting them just now. Just an electric arc in them. I'm going to hit the ones behind, the ones in front of Drastov, because I think he's going to be able to deal with them fine. So I'm going to try and hit the other lines so that they don't keep piling on.
Okay, go for it.
So proud of my best friend when he starts to think tactically and like all the hours of Total War that he's put in.
I'm loving it, man. I was
Yeah.
wondering if Nick was going to enjoy the game, but he's been getting into it. He's been having fun. These two,
Okay.
the ones that you're firing at, are fresh, so they will take the hits, but they're still on their feet. Little storm druid that could.
Keep the big blast spells for the mage and for the inevitable boss monster.
And then that's me.
That's all
Because
I
I-
needed.
Drestov, Evelyn, and Lucius, the three of you, perception check.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I'm probably way too. Yeah, I'm way too busy just enjoying myself.
Drestov, you are certain you see the enemy mage coming over the water.
What water? There is no water here.
The running water to the north,
How
This
do I
one?
see that?
because you rolled a nat 1, that's how you see it.
I guess I must be hallucinating. But okay, I'm busy. I'm busy fighting. Sorry, but that makes no sense.
Evelyn, somewhere in this area, coming over the tree line, you are certain you see something is flying here. Somewhere around here.
I'm sorry, ping for me again. Where?
So look to the total northeast of the map. Somewhere in this
Uh-huh.
area, you're certain you see something flying around the wood line. Lucius.
Okay, well, this definitely calls for
For the boom.
continued. Yes, lots of
Boom.
boom. Just my inventory. We are going to fire here at this centerpiece, the front block. Much
No,
better.
barrel?
That is a much better hit. You're able to control the splash damage, right? So you don't hit the guards.
Correct.
It's about time, old man.
Lucius takes a bottle from his
Shit.
belt, shakes it up, primes it, gives it a nice little gentle crack so the glass just starts to fracture in the perfect way it needs to. Winds up and just underhand tosses it right into the crowd of skeletons. It expertly blows up along one of them, and all the flames of the incendiary effects only hit the other skeletons, to the amazement and almost horror of the guards that it blows up right in front of. Two of the skeletons disintegrate into a pile of ash, while the other ones are now on fire. And if they were able to, they'd be shrieking. You could see their jaws open. They do not like fire, but they're still here, which means they're being compelled.
I will take just the briefest of moments to look over at Avalon. It appears your hypothesis is correct, and I will throw one more. This time we'll wait. I'm pretty sure that's in range. Let me just double check. Yes, this one over here. I'm pretty sure the guards will be able to pop that other one. Let's go attack number 2.
Yeah, get you
Boom!
some. Get you some. That is a
Alright.
nat 20 right there. With shit damage, but that makes it good damage. You're just aiming for the cluster here?
Yeah, the middle of that one. So this guy right here was the target.
Some of the ones that were on fire are now going to erupt in flame and finally drop their weapons and try to run away as they're consumed by fire. But as they attempt to flee, the flames are too much and they collapse. And now more of them are on fire, and more of them are silently shrieking at you. Lucia's
Yeah.
getting some. That's it, I think.
I've got one action because I haven't moved. Gonna take one step back. I want the barrel on my side. I don't want it right at my back.
Oh, you're ready to set off the bomb. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
And I'll step back and I'll just shout, "Ready when you're ready to fall back." And that's my go.
Yeah.
Drestov, after watching Lucius totally fumble a little bit ago, you see him channel the spirit and pride of the dwarven people, expertly using explosives to their fullest effect. It invigorates you.
Took him long enough.
Can never be happy.
No fun allowed.
He's the grumpy one.
There will only be one time when I'm truly happy. It's when I'm dead after everything I want has been achieved.
He's the
Because it
grumpy
means there
one.
will be no more work to be done. Anyway, raise shield, twin takedown. You know the drill by now.
Dismiss.
Possibly. We're about to find out, I guess. Let me just drag the shield boss over here. Remind me, was blunt more effective?
Blunted weapons are more effective, yes. Piercing weapons take a negative effect against undead because there's nothing to hit.
Well, 19 and 24.
Shield bashing. Yeah, both of those will hit. The one skeleton that the guards are clamoring with is doing its best to take a pure defensive stance. It's using its weapon and its shield to keep up with the just constant blows against it. You come up on its unprotected side and just wail on it with your shield until it completely splinters and shatters apart.
I don't really have anything I can do at the last action, so yeah, let's meet.
Morrigan is still struggling with what she's seeing. Something has really got her shook. She shouts at Theo, "Tell me when." And she just starts to use some basic spells, and little purple darts fly from her hands over the walls and slap into the skeletons. One of them that Ilya shot, Morrigan stole the kill for. Perfect. Militia are still holding. Do we want them to stay where they are? Alistair's kind of looking for direction.
Yes.
I don't know what's coming south, but yeah.
The motivation that Alistair gave the militia is starting to waver. Theo, you watched little purple darts fly over your shoulder and one of the skeletons exploded behind the wall, and Morrigan just shouted at you, "Tell her when." They are still hurriedly trying to take down the barricade that you built.
And there's no way I'm able to like sneak a wee wee stab in there.
Again, if you want to attack through the rubble, it's going to be an acrobatics check.
Okay. I am going to shout, "Pineapple!"
You hear a war cry to the south as you've been acknowledged. Are you hanging out?
No, sorry. Nicola's baking a cake for me for my birthday tomorrow, so she's just asking for my
Oh,
help.
shit.
So, okay. I am then... Would that work? I don't think it would. Okay. I am going to... I'm trying to find a way to gain panache, because then I can get 40 movement speed, but there's no way I can get it right now. Does it allow me to move even faster across the battlefield?
You holding? Or are you still thinking?
I'm thinking, sorry, because I'm checking my feats at the moment. Does that do a... That's not really going to do anything for me. Yeah, so I am going to then run It's going to be 30, 30, 30. So I'm going to run all the way down there. Past these guys. And then I'm going to tell these guys to go and hold the south gate.
They salute you with their weapons, and they turn, and they're ready to move.
And before they go, I'm going to tell one of them to report back to me what's coming through.
Evelyn is stressing about something. Okay. The fight's about to pick up its pace. More shit's about to happen. There's still more dust getting picked up from the eastern gate. Drestov, your AC is 24. Jesus. Multiple skeletons armed with short bows appear from the eastern side and start lighting you up with arrows.
Hit me, bitch. Hit me.
One of them does. Most of them have missed. 2 hit. 2 hit out of 8. You are peppered with arrows, but most of them clang helplessly against your armor.
Okay, how much damage?
You take a total of 6 damage. It wasn't very effective.
Split through 2, correct?
Say again?
That is over 2 attacks, correct?
Correct.
Okay, is one of them only 2 damage? I have DR2 now, remember? So that's 2 damage. I'm shield blocking the rest of it. I take no damage. Come at me, peasants. I cannot feel your damage.
There's a total of 6 damage. They both rolled 3. So 2 land.
Oh, so 1 damage. I take... Eric, I took 1 damage. I feel so terribly hurt. Pathetic.
Theo, you hear the loud shouts of Ilya going, "Holy shit!" as her little emplacement is getting volley fired.
Just thankfully I fucking took away that extra 10 gold for getting fucking shot at.
They're really taking penalties because they're firing over the wall. So only one of them landed a hit. Because they're doing indirect fire rather than direct fire.
Listen, she's get boob armor. I'm sure she'll be okay.
Booby armor.
From where I am, would I have been able to see the arrows flying over the wall? I assume they're coming from the north.
You wouldn't have seen it right away, but when Ilya was shouting because she's getting shot at, your neck would turn and you would see that there are arrows flying over the wall from this direction.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think if I heard that, I think Avalon would have heard that. She's definitely a lot more perceptive than what Theo is.
Ilya takes great offense to being shot, and she immediately returns fire at those arrogant little fuckers who shot at her.
She lacks discipline. Excellent.
She lands all 3 shots. She's apparently really pissed off.
I hope she has blunt arrows.
She kills 2 of them outright. The guards at the chapel are moving up to where they're being told to go. So they'll take all their actions to brace up and prepare for combat. And then the guards at the east side are... quick call to Drestov as they're looking for Drestov and Avalon for direction. They're just wordlessly like pointing at you and pointing their weapons out of the gates. Yes or no?
No, we're not going out.
Okay. They're going to stay where they are, and they're going to take a defensive stance to gain some AC. Avalon.
Our job is to buy time for the runners. We are not moving.
Shit. All right.
You can move if you want to. I'll be fine for a while.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm going to look at Lucius. basically my eyes bounce between 3 directions. As I look at Lucius, I look at the area the arrows came from, and I also look out towards the tree line to the northeast. And then biting my teeth, I ask Lucius, how accurate are you at indirect fire with your alchemist's fire?
I look puzzled at the question, and I guess accurate enough, but the effects are diminished. Why?
Because I think Ilya can probably handle herself for a few rounds. Having something that can clear out those archers shooting her is better than not. There's also something flying to the northeast, and I have no idea what it is, but I can't do anything about that. So go try and support Ilya. Use the buildings as cover from whatever's to the northeast. And I'm going to go south to back up the guards. Well, to go check, let me rephrase, to go check out what set off the alarms. Because I don't know the guards are over there.
I acknowledge what you say, but my character looks utterly just like perplexed at this. But I nod.
Okay, to make sure we're on the same page, I want you to go over here. And
yeah, I know where you're trying to send me. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give a nod then, and then I'm going to use my 3 actions of move to get to the south. So, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. She's going right for Bill. It's time to make the escape.
4, 5. Yes, I'm the coward that will leave everybody for dead.
If you steal my baby boy Bill, I'm a hunter.
Bill is looking pretty freaked out at all the madness going on.
I can't really pay mind to him. That's my move. That's my turn. I used all my movement.
That'd be some serious PT hauling ass in plate, man.
I'm only in hide. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm in plate mail. I didn't have the money for it. Or actually, I did. I don't have the strength for it.
We need to put you on some steroids and a dwarven exercise regiment.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
The skeletons are now frustrated with the fact that they can't get through the eastern gate. They're getting blockaded. So the ones on the outside of the flanks are starting to funnel out, and they are now trying to batter the walls down.
Yes, do it. We repaired these with dwarven engineering, you bitch.
But the ones on the inside are engaged with the guards. One lands a hit. The other does not.
They should attack me, not the guards. The cowards.
The guards are closer than you are.
What do you mean they're closer?
Because they're taking up this 4 square area. You're only taking up 1. So because this square is closer to the gate than you, that's why that's the closest target. One guard takes a nasty slash across the neck and goes to the ground. To the north. Well, Theo's not here anymore. The rubble to the north is starting to fall apart as there are now dozens of hands just rapidly pulling it down. But they're not through it yet. To the south. The platoon to the south has appeared. And as they advance, Drastov feels his dwarven willy fill with blood because somewhere something has happened.
I mean, hey, if I can take out a quarter of them and neuter them, that's me happy.
Hey, those traps add up fast. Nicola, the city is now almost completely surrounded.
I'm going to shout over, Drastov, I'm going to take out the ranged units first. You can deal with these, can't you?
As long as they can't shoot arrows at the others, I'll be fine.
I'll take out the range. You can take out the melees. So I'm going to electric arc. the two closest melee units.
Yeah. Fry you some.
Having your damage rolls today are not hilarious.
That was
Yeah.
pretty weak.
Yeah.
Both the ones you shoot get wreathed with electricity, and they almost drop their weapons and shields, but they continue engaged with the guards.
I think the aim was
Sorry,
against
it
the
was
ranged guys.
it was the two closest ranged people. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, they're still in perfect health. You zap them with lightning, and they don't look happy, but they're still on the ground. What else you got, Nick?
That's me. That's in fact no, because I've used my reach spell to do that. So yeah, that's all I can really do.
We're gonna need your AoE or your Ultra Dukes for wherever the fuck the mage is gonna be, because I have a feeling he's already in.
What's that?
Don't worry, you'll get to use your big boy spells once we
Yeah,
find
no,
where the mage.
that's right.
Oh, don't worry. There's still plenty to go. You guys are doing a great job holding the line, but that line won't hold forever.
I've told you, V, you cannot outthink the superior to Vinter mind. It just doesn't happen.
Oh, I said outright that your guys' plan was very solid. There was a lot of vulnerabilities, and you guys found nearly all of them.
Just like the Imperial Highway to Vinter's, just we know what to do.
Okay, Drastov is too engaged with the enemy and doesn't have enough high ground. So, Nicola, you're going to give me a perception check. Lucius is going to give me one with a -2.
-2? Ah.
Yeah, because it's a long way for you, but you could
Nice.
still try it.
Meh.
I'm effective as hell.
Where'd he go?
I'm pretty sure I don't have it.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Weird. Well,
wait,
that's
that guy
fine.
ran?
Well, like, which is where did
One of my
she-
tokens seems to have disappeared.
Well, that means
Fucker.
he's dead. Congrats, we win.
Yeah, he ran out of magic.
While you're searching for it, I would just like to ask, what's this thing about the Imperial Highway, and they do it all right? So apparently they can do it all except keep the land that they
Nicola,
conquered, apparently.
You see one of the undead is flying, wearing black robes, and is pointing his hands around, and is about to fly over that corner of the gate.
Aw, hell.
Lucius, you're up.
Okay. So not entirely sure why I'm being sent this way, but we're gonna less chaos is good. We're gonna go with the plan. I am going to head. Let me take a look at my path here. About right here before I turn in, I'm gonna scream over it. Is her name Ilya?
Yeah.
Flyer to the northeast.
Now, if I can interject, sorry, I know it's Lucius's turn. I did give her a specific order. If she sees him, that's her number one target.
Yep.
Ilya, yes, but she hasn't yet.
No, I know. I'm just saying exactly. Like, Lucius passing her and telling her
Yeah.
that. That's what I mean. Sorry.
All right. So I'll take 2 actions to move there. I guess I'm just gonna take my final action because I'm not too confident in the idea of blind firing because I don't know exactly where they are because they're archers. They could be 30 feet away from the wall. They could be right next to the wall. From my vantage point, I guess, do I just get a perception to kind of get a general location or idea?
You're looking for the archers?
Yeah, because I'm not just going to Hail Mary my cocktails over the wall in hopes that I even get close to them.
The combat is all happening at the same time. It's not like they all just draw and fire at the same time. So as the arrows of the archers and Ilya are firing back and forth through the walls, you can have a pretty good understanding of where they are.
Okay. So do I have that at this point already, or do I need to take my last action to gain that information?
No, you have a good idea of where it is.
Okay. All right, then I'll go ahead and chunk one. Let me take a look at my inventory here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and chunk one over then and see how this goes.
There you
Ooh.
go.
Oh,
There
nice.
you go.
Nice.
Boom.
Boom. They
Hey,
are
is that a
vulnerable to
crit?
fire. That is a critical hit because they have very little armor.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like Lucius
So-
like would totally be like, if he met a Skaven, he wouldn't kill them. He'd just like want to learn the ways of like Warpstone and shit like that, just to make his alchemical goods even better.
You take Warpstone.
Confirmed.
Lucius just overhand and like grenade throws that bottle over the wall, and it launches almost perfectly at the right arc. It lands and blows up on the head of one of the skeletons. The rest of them are now on fire. One of them was so desperate to take out the flame that it dives into the water and disintegrates as it falls in the water. The other three remaining are now panicking because they're on fire. That was an expertly thrown grenade. That was
Lucius,
some
you're
fucking
totally
World War
basics.
II movie shit right there.
Yeah.
Nice. Dressed up.
First action, I'm going to grab a potion and make sure that one of the guards gets it so they can make sure their body gets back up. I need warm bodies next to me, goddammit. No dying on my watch. You die when I tell you to. Anyway, otherwise, raise shield, twin takedown. You know the drill.
Yep.
Smack, smack. Oh no, poor shield. Thankfully, I have spares.
Pick a number, 1 through 4, and don't hit it.
3. Perfectly fine.
You bash one skeleton really hard, and as it's about to crumble, you wind up for a second hit, and the other skeleton takes that opportunity to hit you, and it just barely puts a glance over your wrist, and it almost knocks the shield out of your control, but you hang on to it.
Well, all is fine. The other dude should really be fed a potion so he doesn't die. That would be unfortunate. He should die later, not now.
These skeletons are starting to break through the barricade. Morrigan is... Theo, are you wanting Morrigan to follow you to the south?
No,
Because I don't remember you telling her either way.
I didn't tell her anything, so I would understand if she were to follow me, but I didn't tell her to follow me specifically. No, I was hoping she would stay there, but I haven't relayed that to her, so that's on me, depending on obviously what you do.
She was never given word, and she sees you just take the fuck off, so it'll be an odd or even. So odd, she follows you, even she stays.
You want me to roll it, or will you roll it?
I'll do it. So
Stays.
she's staying with you. So she sees you just turn around and bolt, so she's going to do the same thing. But as she's catching up to you, you would hear her. So if you wanted her to stop, you could bark at her.
Yeah, I'd be like, go back, sorry. I'd be like, go back. My apologies, I didn't say. I'm reacting to sending the men south.
All right, so she wastes 2 of her movement actions to go back to where she was, but she can still cast a spell. She waves her hands, and she starts to perform something. And as she does it, the tree near her starts to just suddenly die. And she opens her palm towards the soldiers that are standing at the gates, and they all seem to suddenly gain 30 or 40 pounds of muscle, and their hair falls off.
Did she just give them steroids?
She is using some very evil shit. She is killing the environment around her to temporarily help the soldiers. Morrigan's spells are not pleasant. The militia are no longer inspired, and as the skeletons are completely surrounding the town, are losing hope. So now they're going to have to succeed in some fear checks. But they get pluses because Alistair is there. They all pass the fear checks. Alistair is going to have to take his turn to get their morale back up, continuing the whole position. He tells them to stop being crybaby little bitch boys. Theo.
Alistair clearly took a page out of Theo and Drastoff's book for that inspiring speech.
Well, now it's time.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
look, you fucks. The gates are holding. Shut the fuck up and quit crying. Everyone else is fighting but you, and you're the ones crying.
I'm going to go up with these men, and I'm going to order them to go right at the front of these gates. I'm going to be right behind them. And taking inspiration from the Death Cops of Krieg, I'm going to dub these men, you are the Death Cops of Redcliffe. There's no fucking backward steps, only forward. Anything that steps through these
Yeah, I
gates,
was gonna put
you
on the
fucking
commissar.
kill them. Or I'll kill you myself.
Theo, the soldiers that you remember ordering over here suddenly look like they're big and bad, but they look very unhealthy.
Don't care.
Don't care. They're here to die. You good?
Yes, and I will...
You are seeing light through the barricade now. It's not going to take much longer before they break through it.
Perfect. I'm ordering these guys to go in front of me, and then I'm doing a dueling parry stance again. I won't roll it, but that was my last action.
Okay. The archers, the ones continuing to fire at Ilya. That is a hit, a miss, and a miss. Ilya winces in pain as an arrow goes through her thigh. That didn't feel good. Archers at the gate. They are going to attempt to volley fire, and they are going after Nicola because they are tired of Nicola's shenanigans. Ooh. Nicola's getting lit up.
Oh shit!
Nicola, you didn't see this coming. All of a sudden, there are a hail of arrows fly through the air, and just as you realize they're on their way, you desperately try to shield your head with your arm, and you get peppered with 4 arrows. They lit you up.
Nice.
Damn. Nicola, you get peppered. You take a total of 14 damage.
14.
These bitches should be aiming for me. The guy is screaming at them.
No. Always kill the support first. Ilya's turn. Nicola did not tell anyone about the enemy mage. So she's going to have to make a perception check.
Lucius told Ilya, remember? Because that's when I responded by saying I gave her orders to when she sees him, she solely goes for him. Because Avalon told...
I just said flyer in that direction.
Yeah, because Avalon
That's
told...
all that Avalon told me.
Avalon told
Okay,
Lucius. And Lucius...
that is good enough. She still has to pass the perception to get her eyes on it, but she's going to get a +4. And rolls a nat 20 anyway. So she has him locked. She stops firing at the archers and immediately turns and starts lighting up the maid. She's going to get 2 shots off.
Just the GDI ion cannon.
Ion cannon charging. She rolled a nat 20. Ooh. Ooh, on a longbow, that's ×3. One arrow just whistles through the air, and Drastov kind of watches it. His eye is drawn to it for some reason. And you suddenly spot the mage too, just as it's about to get hit, and the arrow punctures right where his eye would have been if it was a living person. And he almost falls over and almost falls out of the air when he's shot by it.
Nice.
Careful,
guards
Theo.
up on
She
the
keeps
front
doing
line.
this good. She's going to demand a bonus.
The guards on the front line are fighting and fighting and fighting, but are not making any progress. The south gates. They move up and begin engaging the enemy. One lands a good hit. None of the rest do.